I have a confession. I would rather send 10 emails than make one phone call.
That is extremely relatable.
It's not even always about English. It's just that moment when someone answers the phone and suddenly my brain leaves the room.
Yeah, phone calls have a special kind of pressure. There's no face, no body language, no time to think, just a voice saying, hello, and now it's your turn.
Exactly. And somehow I forget every normal sentence I have ever learned.
So today, we're talking about phone calls in English. How to start them, what to say when you get nervous, how to ask someone to repeat something, and how to end the call without feeling awkward.
And we're going to keep this very real because phone calls can be stressful even when you speak English perfectly.
Welcome back to Everyday English Desk. I'm Sam.
And I'm Janet. We're here to help you learn English through real, natural conversations about everyday life.
Okay, Janet, be honest. When you have to make a phone call, do you just make the call or do you prepare first?
Oh, I prepare like I'm going into a courtroom.
That sounds intense.
I write down what I need to say, I rehearse the first sentence, I check the phone number 3 times, then I stare at the call button for at least 30 seconds.
That is very specific, which tells me it is also very true.
Unfortunately, yes. And the funny thing is, the call is usually something simple, like calling to ask what time a store closes.
Right, but phone calls make simple things feel bigger than they are.
Exactly. In person, you can smile, point to something, look confused, use your hands a little. On the phone, you just have your voice.
And that's why a good first sentence helps so much. You don't need to sound perfect, you just need a clean way to start.
Yes, I think the most useful phone call sentence is, "Hi, I'm calling about."
That one is great because it works in so many situations.
"Hi, I'm calling about my appointment." "Hi, I'm calling about my order." "Hi, I'm calling about a bill I received."
Exactly. It tells the other person why you're calling right away.
And it saves you from starting with something too vague, like, "Hi, I have a question."
That still works, but I'm calling about gives the conversation more direction.
It also makes you feel like you have a plan, even if inside you are panicking a little.
And sometimes that's all we need, a sentence that makes us sound calm while our brain catches up.
That should be the official phone call survival strategy.
Sound calm while your brain catches up. Did I just accidentally make another t-shirt?
I think you did. Now, what about when the person answers the phone really quickly? Because that always throws me off.
You mean when you expect the phone to ring 5 times, but they answer immediately?
Yes, I'm mentally prepared for ringing, and then suddenly someone says, "Hello, thank you for calling," and I'm already behind.
That happens. One simple way to start is, hi, I'm calling to ask about, or hi, I was wondering if...
"I was wondering if" is such a useful phrase.
It is. It sounds polite and natural. For example, I was wondering if you're open today, or I was wondering if I could make an appointment.
That one feels a little softer than just asking the question directly.
Right. You can still be direct, but polite. Are you open today is fine. I was wondering if you're open today just sounds a little warmer.
And I think that matters on the phone, because your voice is doing all the work.
Definitely. Tone matters a lot, especially when you are speaking a second language with no body language to go off of.
Okay, but here's where phone calls get dangerous.
I'm listening.
When they ask you a question you did not expect.
Yes, that is the scary part.
You call with one job, you are ready to say one sentence, and then they ask, "Can I have your confirmation number?" And suddenly you're opening emails, checking screenshots, searching your entire life.
That is very accurate.
And you don't want to just sit there silently.
Right. That's when you need a pause phrase.
A pause phrase?
Yeah, something you can say to give yourself a second, like, sure, one moment, please. Or let me check that. Or give me just a second.
Oh, those are so useful.
They are, and they sound completely normal. Native speakers use them all the time.
So if someone asks for information, I can say, "Sure, one moment, please," and then look for it?
Exactly. You don't have to rush.
That honestly takes away half the stress.
It really does. Silence feels awkward, but a simple pause phrase makes the silence normal.
Okay, I love that. Sure, one moment, please. Let me check that. Give me just a second.
Those three will save you in a lot of phone calls.
Now, what about the worst phone call problem of all?
Not understanding what the other person said?
Yes, especially when they talk fast, or the connection is bad, or they have background noise, or they say a name that sounds like 7 letters fell down a staircase.
That is a very visual description.
Thank you. I stand by it.
The best thing to remember is that it is completely normal to ask someone to repeat themselves,
Even if you feel embarrassed?
especially then. You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that."
Oh, yeah. I remember I didn't catch that from our pharmacy episode.
That's right. We did mention that phrase then. It means I didn't hear or understand what you said. It can apply in many different situations.
And it feels less dramatic than saying, I understood nothing.
Yes, I would not recommend that one. You can also ask, "Could you say that a little more slowly?" That is very useful for English learners.
I like that because it is clear. You're not pretending, you're just asking for what you need.
Exactly. And most people will slow down or repeat it.
Unless they repeat it at the exact same speed,
That does happen sometimes.
which is rude of life.
Rude of life is a new phrase for me, but I understand what you mean.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does.
I think some of the listeners relate to you pretty frequently, Janet. Another helpful phrase is, "Can I confirm that?" Or, "Let me make sure I understood."
Oh, that sounds very professional.
It does, but it's also practical. If someone gives you a time, address, price, or instruction, you can repeat it back.
So if they say, your appointment is Tuesday at 3, I can say, okay, just to confirm, Tuesday at 3. Yeah, okay, that does make you sound organized instead of confused.
Exactly. And honestly, confirming information is smart in any language.
Okay, let's talk about different kinds of phone calls, because calling a friend is very different from calling a business.
Definitely. If you call a friend, you might start casually. "Hey, are you busy?" Or, "Hey, do you have a minute?"
I use do you have a minute all the time.
It's a good one. It checks whether the person has time to talk.
And if they don't, they can say, can I call you back?
Exactly. Or, "I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you later?"
That's another good phone phrase. Can I call you back?
Very common. And if you were the one who missed the call, you might say, "Sorry, I missed your call."
Or I'm returning your call.
Yes. That one is more common for business or professional situations.
Like if a doctor's office calls and leaves a message.
Right. You might call back and say, "Hi, I'm returning a call from your office."
That sounds so much better than, hi, someone called me.
That one is understandable, but yes, "I'm returning a call" sounds smoother.
Okay, what about calling a business, like a store, a bank, or a repair shop?
For those, I would start with, "Hi, I'm calling about," or, "Hi, I was wondering if you could."
Give me some examples.
"Hi, I'm calling about an appointment." "Hi, I was wondering if you have any openings today." "Hi, I'm calling to check on an order."
Those are really useful.
And if you need to talk to a specific person, you can say, "Could I speak with someone about?" Or, "Could I speak with the manager?"
I like someone about, because sometimes you don't know the exact department or person,
Right. It leaves room for them to direct you to the right place.
which is helpful because half the time I don't know who I need. I just know I need help.
That is a very real phone call situation.
It's a very real life situation, honestly. Okay, now we need to talk about voicemail.
Ah, yes, the tiny performance no one asked for.
Exactly. Leaving a voicemail is somehow worse than talking to a person.
Because now you have to speak clearly, give all the information, and not ramble.
And the moment the beep happens, your brain says, good luck.
A simple voicemail structure helps a lot.
Okay, what should people say?
Start with your name, then say why you're calling, then leave your phone number, and if needed, say when they can call you back.
So something like, hi, this is Janet Wilson. I'm calling about my appointment tomorrow. Please call me back at 555-1234.
Perfect.
You can also add, I'm available this afternoon, or you can call me back anytime today.
That feels manageable.
The key is not to tell your whole life story in the voicemail.
I feel personally attacked.
I said that gently. Now, ending the call is another part people forget about,
Yes, ending a phone call can be so awkward.
especially when the conversation is finished but neither person ends it right away.
The phone version of standing near a door and saying goodbye 6 times.
Exactly. But you can keep it simple. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Those are safe, polite, and easy.
And if it's a friend, you can say, I'll talk to you later, or I'll let you go.
I'll let you go is interesting because it means I know you're busy, so I'll end the conversation.
Right. It's polite and very natural.
Okay, I think we need a real example.
Let's do one.
I'll be calling a doctor's office because apparently this channel cannot escape appointments.
Everyday life loves appointments.
Sadly, yes.
Good morning, Green Valley Clinic. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling about an appointment. I was wondering if Dr. Miller has any openings this week.
Let me check. Have you been here before?
Yes, I have. My name is Janet Wilson.
Thank you. And what's your date of birth?
June 14th, 1992.
Okay, I see you here. Dr. Miller has an opening on Thursday at 2:30.
Sorry, could you repeat the time?
Of course. Thursday at 2:30.
Okay, Thursday at 2:30. That works for me.
Great. We'll see you then.
Thank you for your help. Have a good day.
You too.
See? That felt real. A little stressful, but real.
And you used several helpful phrases. I'm calling about, I was wondering if, could you repeat the time, and thank you for your help.
The funny thing is, none of those phrases are complicated.
Right. Phone calls are not about using impressive English. They're about staying calm and being clear.
That's probably the biggest lesson here. You do not need fancy English for a phone call.
You need a strong first sentence, a few pause phrases, and the confidence to ask someone to repeat something.
And maybe a snack afterward.
That is optional, but understandable.
Phone calls take energy.
They really do.
Okay, so let's recap the phrases that are actually worth remembering.
Start with, I'm calling about, or, hi, I was wondering if.
If you need time, say, sure, 1 moment please, or let me check that.
If you don't understand, say, sorry, could you repeat that? Or, I didn't catch that.
If you want to confirm information, say, just to confirm, or let me make sure I understood.
If you missed a call, say, sorry, I missed your call, or I'm returning your call.
And to end the call, say, thank you for your help. Have a good day, or I'll talk to you later.
Those phrases can handle a lot of everyday phone calls.
And remember, you're allowed to sound human. You can pause, you can ask someone to repeat something, you can say, let me check.
Exactly. Clear is better than perfect.
That really is becoming the unofficial motto of this channel.
It's a good motto. All right, now we want to hear from all of you. Do phone calls in English make you nervous?
And what is harder for you, starting the call, understanding the other person, or ending the call?
Tell us in the comments. And if this episode helped you, give it a like and subscribe to Everyday English Desk for more real English conversations about everyday life. It would mean the world to us.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.